So until somebody else comes in and asks, I'm just going to explain what rotoscope is to myself. Basically, rotoscope is a style of animation where you, instead of coming up with your own creative ideas and being a good person, you take a video and basically you just copy over each individual frame. Some great examples. Well, okay, so the Aha music video for Take On Me is rotoscope. There's some other music videos somebody told me about of something that I've never seen before. A Scanner Darkly is a good movie. That's rotoscope. It's a Philip K. Dick novel. It's a movie based off of a Philip K. Dick novel. And it has Robert Downey Jr. What's the dude? Neo, from The Matrix. What is his name? Well, he's in it. He's one of the main characters, as well as, I think, gosh, some famous lady who I don't remember right now. I think Winona Ryder, maybe. And then, so that's a good one, but I don't know if it's anywhere for you to find online. On the other hand, there's also Waking Life. Waking Life is a really great movie. It's all rotoscope, and it kind of made me really excited about rotoscope. So first off, it's an existential movie. It's basically this guy keeps waking up, and while he is awake, he is like, he's talking to people, and they're all talking about all these like existential ideas and stuff, and it's really fun. I really like it. You're not really meant to understand it when you watch it. It's supposed to like give you ideas, or at least that's the impression that I get from it. But it's rotoscope, and it's really cool because one way that they do this rotoscope is the animation is kind of constantly in flux. It's not just like one person. Well, I don't know how many animators are in on it, but it's not just one style of animation. There's no like script that they're going off of animation wise, and so it's still the same people because it's rotoscope, so you can very easily see the characters and be able to tell like who they are, even though there's only really like one main character. But so they've got words. Yeah, so because the animation is always in flux, it goes from like hyper realism to like you can barely tell, or like too cartoony. You can always tell that they're people, but they go from this like hyper realism to this super exaggerated kind of caricature of people. They've got, and it's like, it's not just like between scenes that it does this, it's constantly in flux. And there'll be like impressionistic versions of the animation, and then it'll go to a more realistic version and a more cartoony version. They'll be outlined, they'll be just splotches of color. It's a lot of fun, and it really kind of got me passionate about rotoscope because I've seen it before. There's other like places, there's other movies and shows and things that use it. I just can't think of any off of the top of my head right now. But it's really cool. It's interesting, and I keep even catching myself starting, like when I'm telling people about this project that I'm working on, I keep even finding myself wanting to say, oh, it's just rotoscope, it's not real animation. But it is real animation, because there's, moving stuff. It's kind of, but it's not traditional, what you typically think of. Oh gosh, what did I do? Cancel. But yeah. So I don't know. I just think Rotoscope is really cool, and I guess I'd never really thought about it at all before, and then watching that movie, I watched that film in a video art class that I took because that's the kind of person I am. And after watching that, it kind of showed me what the form can be. So I've literally never animated before. I've never used Flash before, or technically this is Adobe Animate. They changed the name of it. I don't know how much they changed in general, but I was already buying the Creative Cloud suite, paying for the Creative Cloud suite, when I realized that like that Creative Cloud comes with Animate program. So why not teach myself how to animate? So this is kind of like my introduction into it. I just ripped this video, which is from West Texas by Power Bottom. But I just ripped this video offline and I'm just putting it together for fun more than anything. I don't know. I have plans for what I would like to do with Rotoscope. Well, Rotoscope first, and then I would like to do more traditional animation. That's something that I've always been really interested in. So yeah, I mean, this is something fun to start with. I have some like what I think are cool ideas to work on after this, but this is very time consuming, even though like, I mean, I knew that animation took a long time because it's literally drawing every frame, and a movie's frame rate is at least 24 frames per second. And so if you have, and then what I'm doing with this rotoscope, which I don't know how typical it is, but I'm actually just doing 12 frames per second. Well, right now at this section, because there's a lot of movement in between frames, I am doing every frame. But for the majority, where it's less dramatic movements, I'm doing 12 frames per second and skipping every other frame. But it's just a lot. I've spent probably at least 10 hours on this already, and granted, that is from somebody who doesn't know how to use this program, so maybe I could be faster if I actually knew what I was doing, but I don't. But so I have about probably at least 10 hours of work into this, and I think I have about 2.5 seconds, maybe 3 seconds of video to show for it. Alright, let's see what I got so far. So yeah, I mean, this is how long is it? 1, this is 2, this is 3. It's maybe 5 seconds that I've probably spent 11 to 12 hours on now, but I guess I'm getting faster at it, because I know the first like less than a second took me literally, I think 2 hours at least, 2 to 3. But anyway, I'm really proud of this. And at some point when I get it to a point of pseudo completion, I'm gonna put it on Twitter and tag the band and all of that. But yeah, so thanks for everybody who came to my stream, which would be pretty much no one. So thanks to nobody for coming to my stream. If you want to, I'm going to do it again eventually, and if you want to be aware of when it is so that you cannot come again, then follow me on twitter.com/blurgness, same name as this, or anything else, literally any social media you can think of. I've probably got it under the name Blurgness, or I may not have it, but if I'm on it, it's under the name Blurgness. So if you're looking for me, check that out. But yeah, this was fun. I'm gonna be done now. Thanks for watching.